The friends with Joe Rogan effect. Nigga, is that Elon Musk?
Having friends...
Bruh, Orlando, bro, this is my first time I ever seen a Cybertruck in real life, bro. Them Cybertrucks hard as fuck, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. But, like, some nigga made this hating-ass comment. Like, them bitches not far, bro. They just rust so much, bro. Hey, shut the fuck up, nigga. Them Cybertrucks hard.
In high places is a cheat code to becoming successful in any industry, but sometimes it feels like it's the only way to become successful in
mid-truck. Man, there you go, bro. Shut up.
the entertainment industry. This has become
Have you driven a Cybertruck?
More apparent in the stand-up comedy / podcast industry within
it might be mid, I ain't gonna lie. It is the first model.
In the past few
that bit is all metal, so like that big old rest.
Years. The Joe Rogan effect, or the Brogan effect, is essentially that any comedian who is friends with or regularly featured on the Joe Rogan Experience would have a significant advantage to becoming a wildly successful comedian or podcaster. Some of these comedians are hilarious.
I think comedians have a harder job than artists, bro. Because nigga, you know how hard it is to make niggas laugh, bro, and be consistently funny, bro.
And others are clearly not cut from the same cloth. Even Cat Williams has been critical of the Rogan sphere.
That would be like me being on Joe Rogan. Joe don't want me on there. I need to be on Shannon. Joe got 6 comedians that never been funny. He wants to push out.
Today we are going to...
Facts. I like Elon and the idea of Tesla, but the quality is ass. They're still in their first stages.
To analyze Joe Rogan's impact on the comedy industry and the comics who strategically aligned
Gay Dracula
themselves with Rogan to advance their careers, starting with Brendan Schaub, who Joe convinced to become a comedian only to regret that decision a few years later. In December of 2014, Joe was sitting across the table from UFC heavyweight Brendan Schaub, who was just coming off his second loss in a row, this time
damn
knockout. Joe spent 20 to 30 minutes dissecting Brendan's fighting skill and capabilities, and then blatantly stated that he is not good enough to fight in the UFC.
The reality of your skill set, where you at now, I don't see you beating the elite guys. It's not that you don't try hard, it's not that you're not dedicated, it's not that you're not disciplined, it's not that you're not intelligent. There's shit that other people can do that you can't do.
Now Joe
being real.
Joe was just trying to be honest. He was trying to be a good friend. Their other friend, Brian Callen, who is a stand-up comedian, chimed into the conversation to suggest Schaub had a comedy career in front of him.
What I care.
First stages, they have been around since 08. Bruh, motherfucker, you had like 08's the long ass time. Niggas only been 16 years, bruh. Think about Porsche, Toyota. Them niggas been around for years, bruh. You think their first cars were fire? No.
About is the fact that you have.
Give them niggas some time. I'm talking about like 2040. Like, then you can be like, nigga, you had 30 years. What are you doing, bro?
Future in other
but
things.
16 years ain't enough, bro. They were, though.
Things that you're really good at. Like, you're really funny.
Dude, you know how many you know how many pictures that I've...
I don't know, bro. It's electric cars, bro. So you work with something else. You're not doing, like, crude oil and shit.
Gotten sent to me that say, don't put me in a sauna, make me my way out.
I know.
He say funny shit.
Dude,
now when you...
Bro, when you've been making the same car since 2012 and they still fall apart... Nigga, I ain't Elon. You asking the wrong nigga.
Two professional comedians...
Why is my dash falling off?
It's telling you that you are...
Nigga, I don't know.
...funny, and you already host
Stop eating in your car. It's your fault. Stop eating in your car, bro.
Successful sports
my Tesla don't do that.
/ comedy show, it's obvious that pursuing a comedy career is better than continuing to get knocked out in the UFC.
God damn!
So Brendan officially retired from MMA and began podcasting full-time.
Smart move.
Has been featured on the Joe Rogan Experience 90 times.
Sheesh!
Which is more than any other guest in history. His exposure to the massive
Oh, the plastic rattling.
JRE fanbase allowed him to bypass the 10-year grind through small clubs and dive bars that all comedians have to do to build their name in the industry. In less than 1 year, Brendan was doing solo stand-up tours, and his shows were in front of fairly large crowds considering he had not proved himself as a funny comedian.
He started saying, bro, he just going off the clout.
Started another podcast.
I like bro here.
Called The King and the Sting alongside Theo Vaughn. By
the
end of
Theo's cool.
2018, Brendan owned and produced 3 very successful podcasts, was traveling around the country selling out comedy shows while being aligned with some of the biggest comics in the business after just 2 years in. He then released his first stand-up special on Showtime called You'd Be Surprised. Now, releasing a special is a huge moment in a comedian's career, as it stamps a permanent piece of their art that was carefully crafted over years of hard work. Most legendary comics waited 8 to 10 years before they were good enough to release their first special, with an average rating of 1.4 out of 10 stars.
God damn, nigga. That bit was hot buns. A modern day renaissance man. Schaub is a former football retired MMA fighter. A current podcast. Now he adds another achievement to his resume. No, he didn't. I don't know why these niggas lying here. They did not. He had no shit. He takes to the stage to tell his tales in the first ever stand-up comedy special. He should have waited.
It's safe to say that comedy fans decided that Brendan was not ready. And while I'm not going to sit here and pick apart his entire special, his first joke about getting a haircut definitely speaks volumes about what he thinks is a good punchline.
There you go, but don't sweat it, bro. We got Jamal here. He's very good. Just sit in the chair, he'll be right with you. So I sit in the chair, I'm thinking to myself, all right, clearly Jamal's a black dude. This dude
You ain't met no white Jamal.
comes out of the bathroom,
He only get views because he was already famous. Yeah, man. The clout. He's going out the clout, bro.
What's up, man?
Like he should not did stand up. He should just stay with the podcast and then like just eat off that.
I'm Jamal.
Like once you're famous, bro, you can just really just like turn anything into it.
He was
You
Asian.
got the attention. Because attention is currency. If I had like hella attention on me, bro, I could just turn that into money. I'll drop an OnlyFans. Cut off. That's God talking to me, telling me to stop talking like that.
Feel way better about
Nah, I drop an OnlyFans and just like get y'all boys like this. Like this my meat. I just put my finger. Like y'all boys want to see my meat.
this if I needed help with math or something. You know, I was just
Like I would dead ass capitalize off the attention, bro. Cause like I hate when niggas like blow up and don't do nothing with the attention. They don't monetize themselves. They don't have no YouTube channel. Don't have nothing. They have that going on. They don't got no music. They don't have nothing. They just blew up out of nowhere and just waste the attention.
The joke is 2 minutes long, but the whole story was about how he
Nigga, I get that attention. I already got a plan. I got a foolproof plan. Niggas to go along with me and shit, bro. We good.
got a bad haircut
It's only about getting the attention though.
by an Asian barber named Jamal. He also made fun of an Asian doctor who was servicing his injury after his loss to Travis Brown.
this giant Asian doctor walks up to me and goes, Mr. Shab, I'm sorry for your loss. He takes out the biggest syringe you've ever seen in your life, like he's out of a goddamn comic book. Goes, Mr. Shab, after you numb your lip, you need many, many stitches. This be worst pain in your life, guaranteed. Worst pain in your life.
I hear chicks be buying dudes OFs. For real? Yeah, what's good, Maui? How you feeling? How you living, bro? Hey, man, I ain't seen you stream in a minute, bro. You been slacking. You need to get back on your grizzy. Yeah, bro, chicks buying dudes OnlyFans, bro. See, I'm finna make me an OnlyFans. I get a hella attention on me. I'm finna make an OnlyFans to troll these niggas.
As if the joke wasn't bad
I ain't
enough,
seen shit from me.
this is
But I'm
the
gonna tease you.
actual voice of the doctor he was mimicking.
I take care of all the fighters as well as employees within the UFC family.
Even Rogan said years later that Schaub's special was a mistake.
Facts.
First one, I would have probably tried to talk you out of it, but I already talked you out of fighting.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't talk him out of this too.
Joe now admits that Brendan was not funny enough to release a special, but continuously allows him to promote his comedy to the millions of JRE views.
My computer part plug had an employee who was doing feet pics with food and was making solid money. Wow. So bitches are buying niggas feet pics? My toes ain't ugly. I'm finna make me a bag. Fuck that.
Viewers. They both convinced the JRE community that Brendan
Bitches are buying niggas feet pics? What a time to be alive, y'all.
second comedy special, Gringo Poppy, was going to be
Gringo
much better,
Poppy!
and somehow Brendan outdid his last performance, going from 1.4
1.1, nigga!
stars to 1.1 out of 10 stars.
The Gringo Poppy, a stand-up comedy special written and performed by Brendan Shaw, produced by Thick Boy Studios. This nigga should have put this shit in the garbage, bro.
Rogan
25-minute special, bro.
continuing to amplify Schaub just pissed off the fandom. This guy is my
The title alone is ass.
hero.
For
Average
real.
fighter, average pod.
The guy is my hero. Average fighter, average podcaster. Terrible comedian, awful fight analysis. He's proving that you don't have to be great to be anything as successful. You don't, bro. Niggas with no talent are getting on, bro. And I refuse to let that shit happen anymore, bro. Nigga, we on that. We taking over shit. Fuck that.
Podcaster, terrible comedian.
Niggas with no talent getting on, breaking millions of dollars. Niggas, what? Fuck that.
Awful fight analysis. He's proven you don't have to be great at anything to be successful.
Nigga, look at Lil Pump, bro. If any inspiration you should have saw from Lil Pump, like, bro, you can really do this shit. Because that nigga did it.
Now, I'm not blaming Joe for the mass hatred towards Schaub. He definitely did that to himself. If anything, this just proves that Joe is a good friend, willing to continuously promote his buddy despite the obvious lack of comedic talent.
Being rich just takes being lucky once. Yeah, bro. And everybody has luck, bro. It's just being there at the right time, bro. That's the main part. Because, nigga, you can have all the skills and shit and all that, bro. You can do anything. You can be super fly. But, nigga, if you're late, if you're not on time where you need to be, bro, you're not going to get it.
Which begs the question that people have been asking for years. Does Joe Rogan understand comedy? Because there have been countless examples of jokes sliding right over his smooth, round head. But first, a quick word.
Shit, I want to be on Joe Rogan, bro. Joe Rogan, cool.
From today's sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. Underdog is the easiest way to play fantasy sports.
Fuck this shit,
just
bro.
own X. Release it's all dollar deposits, including player game, and use code PatrickCC. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code PatrickCC for a first deposit match. Rep your team and make your own pick on purpose.
Yeah. Well, they killed their own.
Mulder was so smart and thoughtful. He wrote my 4 best movies. That's why he died. I made Tusk and Yoga Hosers. Like, without that dog writing for me.
How'd he write for you?
Oh, my God. Come on, Joe.
Joke, Joe. He was feral. he was just saying he was so smart.
Oh.
He was so smart. How smart was he? He's so smart he wrote my last few scripts.
Is that Silent Bob? I don't know these people, bro.
Joke didn't quite land.
I
Sorry,
was missing
folks.
something. I
my
wasn't paying
bad.
attention.
Since Joe Rogan has been a comedian for 36 years and is the
Yeah.
highest ranking comedy tastemaker, you would assume that no joke would ever have to be explained to him.
That all came from a pair of rich, noble. Where were they again? In France?
Wiggers, I
In
think they
France.
called them.
No, Wiggers are white people that wish they were black. It's a
William?
totally different thing.
Yeah. We had
Wiggers?
the first one at our school growing up, and they put them in learning disabled classes.
First
Crazy
one
as that,
ever?
yeah.
You guys are the first one ever.
What? They put a wigger in a learning disabled class. White person want to be black. They put him in special ed.
I doubt it.
Joe being so quick to explain or take a comedian's words so literally is arguably more hilarious than if he just laughed. And to be fair, what makes Theo Von so funny is that you never
You never know if he's being serious or not.
really know if what he's saying is true or not.
But you could also not see your body if you want. Like, I'll go sometimes, I remember one
He
time
got that great poker face.
I went like 8 months without seeing my legs.
Theo's first appearance on the Joe Rogan Experience was in March of 2017. By then, he already had a Netflix special that came out 1 full year earlier. Now, getting a Netflix comedy special is huge today, and it definitely still was in 2016. But you have to consider Netflix had 75% less subscribers back then, so way less people had the potential to see it. It wasn't until Theo started making appearances on podcasts that he developed such a diehard fan base. So getting on Joe Rogan was arguably more important than Netflix. And it was on this very first appearance where Theo's ridiculousness and Joe's killing the joke dynamic was established.
Like, if a plane crashed, I already know I'm planning ahead, dude. I'd eat a Vietnamese guy.
Why?
Because it's easy. It's a starter move. If you attack somebody bigger, if you eat somebody bigger in front of other people, it's going to alarm people.
You got to eat a small person, so stature is important.
I think if you gum down a Viet, people aren't going to be that upset at you.
Well, the
you know?
Vietnamese people are going to be super upset. What are you talking about?
No, they're
Somebody's
okay.
dad.
Yeah, they're more understanding of things, dude.
Joe begins to take Theo seriously and starts talking about why Theo's wrong here. But Theo is a master and is able to use Joe's own boring tangent as the punchline.
But what is interesting is, like, Vietnam is one of the few places where Americans can go back to Vietnam and they don't seem to hold any grudge at all.
Exhibit A. Exhibit A, man, honestly.
Theo told another story about being neighbors with and working out with David Duke, who was a KKK member elected as a Louisiana state representative. And
Nigga, KKK still got pool? Nigga, KKK still got motion out here? It's 2024. Niggas still in the KKK? Damn, bro.
Instead of hearing Theo's insane story, Joe just began searching Wikipedia to learn about David instead.
He touted himself as a pro-life fiscal conservative, was known as an ex-Klan member. He eschewed overtly racist language and instead pointed to crime in the city, criticizing affirmative action and minority set-asides.
This nigga is in the state senate, bro. Bro, these niggas, bro. That's why the country's so fucked up. They putting crash out niggas with good ties as senators, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Niggas.
I just did chest and tries with him, so I wasn't in all that.
I just did chest and tries with him.
You know, we just did basic workouts.
Title this, Joe interrupts another guest's story to try and remember something that doesn't even contribute to the conversation. Despite this, Theo did make Joe laugh a lot. Some argue that the only
It's easy to make that nigga laugh.
time Joe ever belly laughs is because of Theo.
Oh, dude, I used to do, sometimes I would do so much cocaine, my freaking eyes would dry out.
Ooh,
and,
look at you grinding. You're thinking about it, grinding. You go deep, huh?
Oh, dude.
But you're that dude. You go deep with whatever the fuck you're doing.
I
Let's
like
go.
to get right on the. I like to be a peeping Tom if I can.
This nigga here, bro.
I'll watch your whole family eat dinner.
What? Nigga. What?
The demand for Theo Von content exploded. The JRE Clips channel would post animated versions of Theo and Joe's conversations that received millions of views, since Theo's recollection of small specific details made it so easy to paint a picture. Every time Theo would appear on JRE, he received a huge boost in subscribers, helping him grow his own This Past Weekend podcast.
God damn.
On his third Rogan appearance on July 6, 2018,
Bro, you make a podcast on a YouTube channel, you got millions, bro. You're eating, bro. You're eating, bro.
he posted his podcast with Jordan Peterson.
Look how long that be is. 2 hours, 5.8 million views. Niggas eating.
In the exact same day, which became his most viewed video on his channel for years. Despite the obvious advantage Theo had by being Joe's friend, he did not abuse it. He's only been a guest on the podcast 7 times in 8 years.
Okay.
Theo clearly wanted to build a name for himself, start his own empire, and create an environment.
I wonder what their CPM is like. That's just like, cause like, it's like a video. Cause like podcasts would be considered like lifestyle, generic, like, you know. So they're like $14 to $21 per 1,000 views. And that's based off like 10 minutes. So like niggas is doing 3 hours, 2-3 hours, bro. So like per podcast, that nigga's probably making like 20, 30 bands, bro. Probably on some minimum shit, bro. For real, for real.
Where people would understand him and his humor instead.
I think their CPM like 14 per 21. That's the one thing I hate about YouTube. Yeah.
Of Joe missing 50%.
I follow YouTube though. Like once you get on and you start making some money on that bit fire. But like, you know how that shit go.
Of his jokes. And at this point, the awkward silence where Joe either ignores a joke or doesn't understand it, and then the comedian is trying to figure out how to pivot, is funnier than if the joke just actually landed.
Everyone has the right to be whatever the they are.
Oh, you think?
I think so.
What about Nazis?
They have the more of a right. A third right.
A third right. Hold on.
I don't think that's right. I think it's something. That's a different word. It's
Reich?
Yeah. What does that even mean? What is Third Reich?
I don't know.
I mean, I know what the Third Reich is, but I don't even know what it means.
You can get a PewDiePie level views and make less than the dude with 100K views. That's true. It depends on your niche and like what you're talking about. Like these type of videos, bro, like once the shit gets on, bro, like niggas go get paid, bro. But like the most videos that niggas going to get paid from are like informative videos, like finance, nigga fitness, nigga travel, like shit actually people actually look for. Like if I made like a traveling vlog channel of me going to different cities and shit, that bit blow up, bro. I'm eating, bro. Cause niggas will love the travels. Niggas gotta go places. So that's like what YouTube is looking for. YouTube only pays niggas like for like the most important shit for real. If you're good with finance, you're gonna eat. You're good with like vlogging, you're gonna eat. If you're good with gaming, you're gonna eat.
Take a guess. I literally have no idea what that means.
You could argue that Joe's podcast is so multifaceted, covering a wide range of topics such as news, pop culture, UFC, cold
So like that's like what Joe doing is like entertain. He's doing everything.
plunging, alien conspiracy.
But like, you know, Joe Rogan ain't really worried about the YouTube CPM. Then they got a big ass Spotify deal.
His
So, like,
DMT,
he's rich.
chimpanzees, that it's difficult
Shit, you could post the same stuff as another guy and get the same views, and only one of you is really getting paid.
for him to immediately
Yeah, for sure.
assess a joke when he is
That's how the game
discussing
works, bro.
something serious. Then again, why wouldn't you expect a comedian to crack jokes no matter what you're talking about? That's their job. Or maybe Joe is playing the straight man role, which is
I feel like the best option was to like build an audience, bro. Build an audience that nigga actually fuck with you, bro. Whether it be like Twitter, TikTok, nigga, Twitch, nigga. If you have that audience, all you need is 10% of them niggas to fuck with you, bro.
the partner in
Like if I got like 100,000 niggas, all I need is 10% of the niggas to fuck with me.
a comedy team who feeds lines to the other
Facts.
comedian who then makes witty replies. One person we can guarantee he is not playing this role to is Bryan Callen. Joe and Bryan have been friends for decades, and Bryan has co-hosted the podcast 85 times. You would think Joe would understand that Bryan pretending to be a tough guy is a funny gimmick since he is a small old man.
I got bullied for a full year, and it turned me into a fucking. If somebody tried to bully me, I'll show up at your house and kill you. That's what happens. I get so angry.
I'm not buying that.
I'm not buying that.
I hate it.
Hey,
That's
bro,
not true.
You bully me.
If I
you know
bully
you
you,
try bullying me right now, mother.
Problem
Hold on, let me
here's
handle
your
this.
problem. Here's your problem. You've talked to too many guys that let you say shit like
agree.
that.
Oh God.
And it becomes like vernacular.
And in case you're wondering,
Facts.
this is how you're supposed to riff with Bryan when he starts running his mouth.
I'm gonna tell you this right now.
Yeah.
Watch your tone.
Okay. What's going to happen? What are you going to do? Use some of that boxing you've been doing?
Killed his ass. Hey man, I don't give a fuck what a nigga got going on, what a nigga do, bro. I don't care what skills you got going on and shit, bro. I knew a nigga who was a fucking black belt, scared to fight niggas. I'm like, bro, you're a black belt. You better use that motherfucking taekwondo, nigga.
But since Joe has been a diehard UFC fan and
But if you're pussy, you're pussy.
employee since day one, he is not even remotely interested in joking about it.
Should they do something like that in UFC where different people that are more behind the scenes fight each other?
No.
So, you versus Bruce Buffer.
No.
Would you watch that?
No, you want to watch people fight that are actual fighters.
So when Bryan turns on this tough guy act, Joe is convinced he's being serious because he hangs around fighters and hits the gym occasionally. Then again, you could argue that Joe is just genuinely sick of Bryan and has been listening to his bullshit for years. Like on episode
Joe, like bald men, bro. Like think about bald people, bro. They're quick to temper, quick everything, bro. Nigga, the
17 when
sun
Bryan
is hitting them. They have no protection, nigga.
was joking about Schaub returning to the UFC to fight Derek Lewis.
He was throwing Derek Lewis out there with no gloves.
Good lord.
But wait, hold on. Just hear me out.
Do you want to die?
Sir?
Do you want to die?
Hear me out.
What?
I'm just talking about just shoot a blast double.
Shut the
Take
f-
the
up.
ground and then we got
Shut
that.
the f- up. Shut the f- up.
And despite being on Rogan's podcast 85 times, Bryan Callen has yet to prove to the audience that he is funny. Callen has released 4 specials over the past 12 years, and none of them were purchased by a major streaming network. All of them were released for free online, and the most popular
Nigga for free!
one has not even reached 1 million views. Callen's comedy is just okay. It's solid. It's decent, which some would argue is worse than being bad. Being so middle of the road that you
He's so mid, it's not good, it's not even bad.
can't say anything positive or negative. It just exists.
Damn! I'll be kind of broken, bro. Nigga told me, my like, your shit not good or bad. You just exist, nigga.
Luckily, Bryan has Joe so he can maintain his career and finances. Recently on the podcast, he tried to divert the conversation to get Joe to promote his newest business venture.
Nigga, sandals?
A lo-
Who's paying? Bruh, niggas charging 4 bands for some sandals, bruh. Bruh, we gotta start scamming niggas, bruh. Who's paying for this?
luxury flip-flop brand that sells pairs for $1,000 and
Nigga, what?
features really sick designs like Bad Motherfucker and
Nigga, that is not sick. I'm not paying $400 for this,
We
bro.
the People. Sick.
Bullshit.
Hey, put your toes on.
What? What?
Shut the f-
What?
Listen to you. Listen to him.
Come
So
on.
silly.
He's so
I know you
silly.
want to promote your goofy
I'm not
flip.
trying to
Settle
promoting him. I
down.
just got
You
him.
even
I just got here, man.
Feel him under
He being sarcastic, calling them sick designs.
your
Put your
feet.
toe holds on.
Feel him for you. Feel him under your feet. Come on.
You gotta love Brian panicking when he realizes that Joe making fun of his sandals is not gonna boost sales. But no worries, they put a quote of Joe
They are the best flip-flops I've ever had. They are dope. You can't be pulled apart. They're really...
on the website saying they are the best flip-flops he ever had. And this is not the first time a comedian came on the show to promote their product that Joe hated. Steve-O came on the pod with a bag full of stuff that he
I'm
was
a wild boy.
selling, which Joe was not enthusiastic about, only to
Nigga, what are you doing?
completely destroy Steve-O's newest business venture.
Hey, let me tell you about what I'm selling for cheddar.
You got a bag of stuff you're selling?
Steve-O's butt wipes for your butthole.
What?
Well, that's where generally you'd use a butt wipe.
Yeah, flushable butt
You
wipes.
wouldn't use it for your
dude.
cheeks. They're flushable?
Right.
Not really. Let me tell you something about those flushable butt wipes.
They're
Don't
not flushable. They'll clog your fucking toilet.
flush them.
Oh yeah.
No, they all clog. Talk to a plumber. Those things all clog up. They don't break down. They
Oh,
get
shit.
stuck in pipes.
I
Yeah.
picked the wrong place to.
Google are butt wipes flushable? Flushable butt wipes. Are they flushable?
No.
They're not. They tell you don't flush them. You're flushing a rag down the toilet. You're not even supposed to flush paper towels.
You're not.
Paper towels break down in your hand when you get them wet. Those things don't break down. Don't sell those.
Joe
Niggas being real.
quite literally said the words, "Don't sell those." As Steve-O stuttered and tried to figure out what to say, Joe proceeded to spend the next 5 minutes proving his argument how flushable wipes will lead to catastrophic plumbing issues that will cost thousands of dollars to repair and will harm the safety of the public water supply. Joe decimated the product, and Steve-O thought he was going to get a quick plug, which again
Hell nah.
is a testament of Joe's character. He might be your buddy, but he's not just going to blindly co-sign whatever product you're promoting. However, this
Because he already know what kind of effect he has influence over millions of people. He's like, bro, I'm not finna steer these niggas wrong, bro. If I had millions of niggas like Joe Rogan, bro, I'm not steering niggas wrong, bro. I would feel crazy.
this is nothing compared to Shane Gillis,
Even the little niggas, even like the few people I watch me, bro, like, nigga, y'all boys don't do no dumb shit.
who straight up said to Joe's face he was using him for publicity. In 2019,
What?
Shane Gillis was a buzzing comedian recognized by the industry for being
I never heard of you. Don't know your name.
a rising star. He secured the coveted position as a writer for Saturday Night Live. Having
Five, okay.
SNL on your resume is strong enough to build an entire career off of. However, Shane was fired just 5 days later,
Damn.
making it the shortest tenure in SNL history. He was fired for making a racist joke on his podcast where he used the CH slur to describe Chinese people in a joke. 2 years after he was fired, Shane went on Rogan's podcast to tell the story. Shane was detailing
Shane Gillis pretty well known for real. Hey man, I never heard. I've seen his face before, but I've never heard his name.
the events that led to his termination and tried to make a joke about the conversation he had with Lorne Michaels, the SNL producer who was about to fire him.
If I get fired here, whatever, I'll just go do Joe Rogan next week and I'll be fine.
Nigga, that's not funny. Nigga, that's not funny.
Anyway, I thought that was funny. No?
What?
What, nigga? That's not funny.
I was like, I literally...
Is that what you thought?
Easy, like, hey, bro, I already dropped the song. I edited your vocals in the sentence saying fire. I ain't seen his comedy, but I know he exists. Yeah, what's good, Tico?
I literally thought that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought it'd be funny.
That shit not funny, bro. It's funny because it's not funny.
Well, it could have been funny.
Yeah.
I
booked
guess.
up, though.
No,
Can I send you the link? Yeah, bro, you can send it, bro. That's crazy, man. You went crazy. I ain't, damn.
Just funny to...
Hey, send it through my Discord, bro. I'm about to send you my shit, bro. Because, like, I don't be checking my band lab, bro. For real. So, and I'm trying to build my Discord, though.
Truly, that was a conversation I actually had.
Really?
In Lorne Michaels' office in the middle of that.
That's hilarious.
I was in pure...
That's not hilarious, bro.
Fucking panic.
Terror?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not only is this awkward moment absolute gold, it
What's your TikTok, bro? Send it through here, bro. This is my Discord link, bro. Just join that bit and send it through there.
Also was the first time anyone had ever blatantly said to Joe's face they will use him to advance their career. Now, Shane was joking. The whole joke was that this was a stupid, arrogant thought. At the same time, was it?
Nah, man, that was real thought.
I mean, you could easily argue that a comedian cracking jokes on Joe Rogan's podcast will get you more career advancement than Saturday Night Live will. When JRE was exclusive to Spotify, it averaged 11 million viewers per episode. Now that it's available on YouTube, I'm sure those numbers have gone up. Not to mention all of the channels that clip his podcast and
look at Joe Rogan, bro. The nigga's eating.
Post across all social medias. Saturday Night Live's season
oh my god, Ice Spice.
Premieres in the past few years have averaged around 4 or 5 million, and that's just the first episode. When's the last time you saw an SNL sketch show up on your For You page? As far as creating
been a minute.
An independent comedy career, doing stand-up shows around the country, and boosting your social media followers, Joe Rogan's podcast will help comedians far more than Saturday Night Live. Also, if Shane didn't go on Rogan's podcast to tell this story about him being fired, most people probably wouldn't even know about it. Less than 2 months after his first JRE episode, Shane recorded his first special and posted it for free on YouTube. This 1-hour set was simply his best jokes in front of a tiny crowd in Austin, Texas.
The last SNL shit, I ain't even heard of that. It was Elon shit.
Far from the glamorous, high-produced theater performances you typically see. And this was easily the funniest comedy special to come out in the past few years. With 26 million views on YouTube and an average 8.4 out of 10 stars, comedy fans love Shane Gillis.
Okay, see, I've seen his face before. I didn't know whose name was, bro.
Rogan also loves Shane Gillis. Shane just has to hit him with simple premises like gay jokes for Joe to burst into tears.
Armpit hair doesn't bother me at all.
No.
Shit, I don't like armpit hair, bro. I be sweating too much.
On a lady? So
No.
wait, you like jack ladies with armpit hair?
Yeah, a little.
You're getting close. You're so close. As close as it gets.
All right, okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I like a good buzz cut.
In fact, Joe thought Shane was so funny that they started a podcast within the JRE podcast called Protect Our Parks. Rogan, Gillis, Ari Shaffir, and Mark Norman have done a 3 to 4 hour podcast roughly once per month for the past 2 years.
Okay.
Within those 2 years, Netflix bought Shane's second special, Beautiful Dogs. With Netflix comedy being more relevant than ever, this was a huge opportunity for Shane. Since his first special was posted on his own YouTube page, you could argue that maybe he got some biased favoritism. However, Netflix would expose him to a much more broad, unbiased audience, and he seemingly won them over as well, securing a 7.
See, like, this nigga's funny, bro. Not like the other nigga, bro. Not like Brandon Schaub. That nigga was garbage.
10-star rating. Shane Gillis is definitely one of the funniest comedians to come out of the Rogan sphere. He is an example of a comedian who would have gotten to this level of fame and recognition regardless, but being friends with Joe Rogan helped speed up that process a little bit. But besides Shane Gillis and Theo Von, the JRE community is sick and tired of the rest of Joe's core group. Ari Shaffir, Bert Kreischer, and even Tom Segura are not celebrated like they used to be. In 2010, Joe invited Ari
Shaffir.
Third ever episode of the Joe Rogan Experience podcast. Ari was in 9 of the first 100 episodes and has been a guest over 60 times, making him the 4th most frequent guest of all time. It's safe to say he is a day one JRE community member, yet he isn't exactly the most beloved. Ari is not necessarily disliked for his humor, as he is most definitely a seasoned comedian who will make you laugh. But on multiple occasions, his jokes come off as mean-spirited and hateful. For example, 4 hours after the reports of the death of Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna, Ari posted a tweet celebrating his death, and then after
Kobe Bryant died 23 years too late today. He got away with rape because of Hollywood liberals who attack comedy enjoy rooting up for the Lakers more than just like rapist, big upset hero who forgot the gas up of his chopper. I hate the Lakers. What a great day. Fuck the Lakers. Niggas, hey man, some niggas like that, bro. Hey man, that's crazy.
After catching a huge wave of criticism from this tweet, he shortly doubled down with a video.
As I know, there's always a lot of like hate, pain in the world, and there's always a bunch of terrible stories. And every once in a while, there's a good.
Hey, Kobe, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Kobe raped that bitch, bro. But we, hey man,
story, good story comes out. The guy who got away with got his today.
Hey man, this is why this nigga career awful.
Kobe Bryant.
Well, I never known since he paid up. We'll never know since he paid up. If a nigga paid up, he did that shit.
Is a god. I'm here in Charlotte, the home of
Cause like
the team that originally drafted him. Maybe he wouldn't have been that chick in Denver if he had stayed in Charlotte with the Hornets. But anyway, the point is, dude, it's like
Rogan tried to explain to his viewers that this is just a part of who Ari is.
Oh, okay. There's some people like that out there.
I never want to say it's a good thing that he did that, but he needed to know that there are consequences for just...
Especially when you got like a good phone and shit. You're in the spotlight, bro. You can't be saying crazy shit like that.
Saying ridiculous shit that you're not supposed to say when people die.
And like the good friend that Rogan is, he even went as far as taking partial responsibility for another grown man's actions to try and take some of the heat off Ari's back.
Real nigga.
One part of me feels responsible. This is why. I convinced him that he could have an iPhone and that he could be okay. Just put a
nigga said, I am responsible for this grown man decision.
Timer on it. I go, just put a timer on it. I go, my daughter has a timer on her phone. She can only use it for an hour a day. Just put a timer on your phone. And he should have stuck with a flip phone, man.
Then again, Rogan simply laughed off Ari's behavior when he decided to spike Bert Kreischer's drink with Molly. One night,
not entirely brings some of the status of having those allegations, whether they are not true or not, will end you. That's true, bro. That's true. That rape shit. But like, you know what's worse than that? Pedophilia, bro. You had them pedo allegations, bro. You need to be castrated, bro. For real, cause like rape is bad as well. I'm not trying to compare the two, but like nigga, I feel like pedophilia is worse because they're innocent kids.
Bert invited his friend and fellow comedian.
I feel like any nigga that's charged with that shit need to be castrated. Cause like nigga, what you doing?
Ari Shaffir over.
You don't even need to deserve that bit no more, bro. You don't even need to feel how it feel to fuck, bro. You need to just get your shit stuck off, bro. Being real, bro. That would stop a lot of shit.
To his house to do a podcast.
Like that shit on the news. Pedophile gets castrated for raping little kids, bro. The pedophiles ain't doing that shit no more. I'm telling you, bro. They said I get caught. I'm getting my kid shit cut off. Fuck.
Shook Bert's 13 and 15-year-old daughter's hands, walked into the podcast room where they were going to share some drinks. Then Ari decided to secretly slip a capsule of MDMA, aka
put the Molly in and drink.
aka Molly, into Bert's drink without him knowing. Bert went into a full-blown panic, and it didn't make it any easier that he had to get on a flight early the next morning. But Joe Rogan thought,
don't take Molly, y'all.
The situation was hilarious.
Like, I bet Johnny Depp would not have taken Amber to court if he hadn't already lost everything. That's true. But what Amber did was garbage, bro. I hate that bitch for what she did to Johnny, bro.
Because he's...
I hate that bitch.
Bert, he gave his friend Molly? That's not okay.
It's not
okay. Yeah. You're not supposed to get your friend Molly without telling them, bro.
Okay.
But wait, that's hilarious, though. Still hilarious.
Bro, you know what Molly does to you, bro? Molly is a party drug. It makes music sound so fucking fire. And like, you're just energetic, bro. You like, it's one of them.
I don't believe your fake anger.
That's a real weird one. There's no fake anger in this.
There's no fake anger, nigga.
Weird one.
Here's what I did.
I was be on your side with this, Ari.
Thank you.
That nigga said what?
I appreciate it.
Hey man, I study medicine, bro. Don't ask how I know.
Appreciate it. End of story. Thank you.
No, he said he's not on your side.
That's not what I heard.
No matter if you're right or wrong, you can always count on Joe to be there for you. The reason
ugly.
he defended Ari so hard is probably because he knows he needs to give Bert Kreischer a reality check, because Bert has let the Brogan fame spiral his life out of control. After Bert released his 2009 comedy special, Comfortably Dumb, he secured his own reality show on the Travel Channel called Bert the Conqueror. Despite the show being the biggest thing going for him, Joe Rogan and Bill Burr sat down with Bert to tell him some harsh truths. Bert said, "They sat me down and told me, your Travel Channel show sucks. Funnier than that. You need to do specials. You need to do podcasts." Burr remembers the conversation vividly. He was down in the dumps trying to figure out what the next move was, and Joe Rogan and I were just starting podcasting. Joe is 100% the reason why Bert quit TV and began pursuing comedy and podcasting more seriously. But he did more than that. He invited Bert to be a a regular on JRE from the very beginning. Bert has been a guest 37 times. In the beginning, the JRE community treated him like their funny fat friend who has some of the most ridiculous stories. He became wildly successful, securing multiple Netflix specials, his own reality TV show called The Cabin with Bert. The 2021/2022 Birdie Boy Tour was ranked number 4 in the top 10 highest grossing tours of the year, achieving a gross revenue of $23 million.
Whoa!
Selling 369,000 tickets over the course of 148 shows, and he even released his own feature film about his life that was in theaters. But the more successful he became, the more self-centered he became. Once
what you mean?
Even referring to fans as pedestrians.
Damn.
It's so funny. A comic's brain is so different than a pedestrian's brain.
But it just got worse. His alcohol addiction got out of control. His health was severely deteriorating.
Look at this nigga.
He became more obnoxious, constantly interrupting people, constantly wanting to be the center of attention. It got so bad where Joe just needed to humble him.
Both Tom and Christina are
Hold
very
on.
nice
I'm
people,
gonna be
and they'll
devil's
be
advocate.
very.
I'm gonna be devil's advocate.
Shut the f up for a second.
Or how about the time Bert tried to convince himself that Netflix photoshopped a different man's stomach on his body for the flyer of his
Nigga, that's your stomach.
Secret Time special.
Explain. My belly has fallen over like everyone else's. When I did Secret Time, I didn't realize that it already happened until they did the billboard of it. And they did the billboard, and I go, "That's not my stomach. My stomach's tight." And it was complete.
You have the craziest, most delusional perspective.
Realizing they're not going to budge, Bert tries to get Joe to compliment his shoulders.
Thought your belly was smaller than that.
I thought I was in great shape. And they put that up on Melrose, and I saw it. I drove past it, and I go, "Oh, they must have put someone else's belly on me or photoshopped it."
Yeah, this nigga's crazy, bro.
When you go like, I have legit the best shoulders.
I do. Hold on, I do. I have legit great shoulders, like great fucking shoulders. Yeah.
No.
This nigga has little girl shoulders.
They're ripping through this shirt right now.
Yeah, but you say
No, you
things
just
you
bought
don't
a
really
boy
mean
shirt.
it, right? Like
No, I
when you
kinda mean
say
it.
things
I kinda
you
mean
know
it.
they're
I
not
told you.
true.
Whether you think he deserves it or not, Joe Rogan has become the biggest comedy tastemaker in the world. I didn't even mention how he moved to Austin, Texas, opened his own comedy club, and created vast new opportunities for comics to maintain their careers.
Yes,
Most
sir.
comedians don't rely on Joe's podcast for their relevance, but going on there and cracking some jokes isn't all that different than the 90s version of doing a 5-minute set on late night television. The only difference is there's no live crowd, and all you gotta do is make one bald conspiracy theorist who barely understands when you are joking laugh a little bit. And yeah, sure, maybe Joe has given some of his buddies an unfair advantage. The good news is you don't have to listen to them, nor do you have to buy tickets to their stand-up or watch their specials. But one thing you can't say about Joe is that he's not a great friend.
I value bro.
Loyalty a lot. And I remember there was a moment when I was sitting with Joe and he had a phone call with you. Joe was getting canceled for something. They didn't want him commentating the fights. And you on the phone offered your resignation over this. I got teary-eyed over that.
Joe Rogan has been very loyal to me, and I am very loyal to Joe Rogan.
Man, you need friends like that.